Hey, Trey. Take the loss tonight, but you know, you guys are coming off a good stretch on the road where you won 3 in a row with some good wins. What if anything, do you feel like this group is maybe starting to figure out that can help carry you guys forward a little bit?
Playing together, playing hard, playing with a spirit, not getting down. I think the last 2 games there were opportunities for us to just kind of lay down and give up, and we didn't. We showed resilience. We came together, and going down this stretch, that's really important. So it's a good thing that it's happening now.
Trey, late in the season here, you're getting an opportunity that you haven't really had here, 40 minutes tonight, 35 minutes tonight. Just how big is that for you to sort of get your rhythm going?
It's pretty important for me personally, but I think, it's not about me. It's about the team. So whether it's 40 minutes, 15 minutes, just trying to do what I can to help. And I think the last 3 games we've been starting, been getting the opportunity, and coach has been believing in me and leaving me out there, and I've been able to help the team in different areas.
Trey, you got close a number of times tonight, but never really got over the hump. What was the difference in those mini runs not turning into big runs?
You got to give them credit. They made big shots. Porter made a huge shot there at the end of the shot clock, and then Pickett came in and made some big time threes as well. So, they were able to withstand our runs and keep the lead. So that's what kind of kept us from it.
Thanks, Trey. That at all with how Jokic was out there? All plays.
Yeah, I mean that's a veteran group of guys. I know a lot of guys over there. They were going to be ready to play, regardless. So I think that just added a little extra to it. So obviously that didn't help, but they played well. I think we competed well. There's a couple possessions here and there I think we could have got back, but it came down to, they had some guys that made some shots, like some big-time shots. Obviously with Jokic out there, it's tough. So but I like the way that we competed.
Zach, you're on a run yourself right now. We're looking at 4 games where you've really played extremely well on the offensive end. Just are you settling in? Or are you finding something different with this group?
I think it's just figuring stuff out. It's never going to be perfect when you get a trade in the middle of the season. You don't have some high games, some low games, some figure it out stuff. But I think we're trending in the right direction at the right time. So I think I'm happy with that.
Zach, to that point, did it feel like you guys kind of started to figure some things out as a group over these last 3 games? And if so, what are those things?
Yeah, I think our spirit, first off, going out there, competing. I think that's the biggest thing. We're going out there competing, and just laying it out there. Trusting each other on the offensive end and, pretty much letting guys do what they do best, putting our guys in the best position for what they do. And, defensively just trying to cover everything. So, we keep playing like that. We don't give ourselves a chance versus anybody. That's a really good team. So, I think the more times you put yourself in that positions, you'll be on the positive end of those results.
Zach, what lessons did you learn from tonight that can help you in a potential playoff situation?
Every possession matters. I think even after coming off the road, we still had a really high energy. And I think there was a couple paces in the first half where we let 2 or 3 possessions go away without getting a good shot. And then on the defensive end, offensive rebounds hurt us, and we tried to clean that up. So I think those little things, if it's transition, easy shots for them, and us making sure that we get a good shot or try to get a good shot damn near every possession is crucial for us going forward.
Zach, kind of in that search for consistency from you guys, having that 3-game win streak, I think probably went a long way with that. But now that you guys have that play-in tournament kind of secured, what do you want to see from you guys over these next 2 games as you kind of close things out this week?
I think I said this the other day, we got to play each game like it is one, so, we don't be in that situation where it's a do or die game. Why not just start now and prep ourselves for it? Obviously, it's nothing like being in them, but there's been multiple guys that's, played in the playoffs and playing games before, so we know what comes with that. And just start, getting your mind right for them with these next 2 games.
You were kind of saying there's like a couple things that could have gone better tonight. Is there any specific sequences that kind of stand out to you with that?
I mean, they had big shots. I think just a couple possessions where we could have got an extra rebound. I could do a better job rebounding the ball. I didn't have any of them. So just giving them second chance points is tough. You know, we play good defense for 18, 20 seconds, and then they get it, you know, the ball tipped in or a foul. That hurts.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Trey coming next.
I was hoping that we were able to come through on that one, especially in front of our home fans. Cut it to 4, and then Porter Jr. hits a big dagger 3 that I think that was a tough one, but many things that were good. Second chance and fast break points for them. 38 is just a number that is it's too big, unacceptable. Only 52 paint points compared to some of the numbers that they've been putting up, over 60. But we'll go back and look at the film. 25 assists for us, not enough, and 36 three-pointer attempts, not enough. But yeah, that was a tough one. But we're gonna have to lick our wounds and come back and be ready to get at it, because the Clippers they're gonna be coming. Yeah.
Mike, Trey was in here talking about the resilience you guys have shown. This point in the season with just a couple games left, how important was that fourth quarter surge that you guys made just to show that you weren't just going to roll over?
I mean, yeah, but we don't want to live off of just trying to, feel good about things. We're here to win. And that's the type of basketball that we need for 48 minutes. And allowing them to get out in transition early, 33 in the first quarter and 66 in the first half, is just too many points. We've played better defense, and we must play more physical and be more consistent on the defensive end to compete against the best teams, which we have done. But it takes a full game effort. It's not something that, to your point, you can do in the fourth quarter and then you're happy about it. I'm not feeling good.
Doug, down 3 rotation guys, you've almost been forced to play your top guys heavy minutes, but the boost that McDermott and Devin gave you in that second quarter to kind of spark that run, how big is that for this team to get that second unit boost?
It's huge. I mean, Doug is he's a gravity player. You put him in a game, and, we just have to understand as a team when Doug is in the game, as teammates, you need to look for him because he is a specialist. And the thing that he does that causes a lot of gravity is the gym has to come towards him, because if it doesn't, he is, where he knocks it down or not isn't really the point. The point is, he's going to get it off, and it has a really good chance of going in. Now that, when you play that game, now slips come into play. Everyone's looking. You can, reject, dribble, and get downhill. There are a lot of different things that you can do. Devin has just continued to impress. You feel him when he comes in the game, and that's one of the things that I really like about him, because I'm all about making him feel us. Like, that is for me, it's a staple. Like, we need to be physical. People need to feel us and understand that that's how we're going to play on a night-to-night basis. So both of those guys really, really solid off the bench.
Doug, you talk about the process of getting better. We saw sort of a step back against the Wizards, but the last 3 games, the 3-game win streak, and then tonight's game, do you feel like the process is working, that you guys are getting better?
Yes, I think that there is a level that I'm going to demand that we play at, and the consistency at which you play at that level in this league determines the altitude how high you fly in this league. And if you are up and down constantly, you're probably going to take a lot of losses. If you do not reach that level, you're going to get the hell beat out of you. And we're not here for that. We're here to play at a high level consistently. And it's, like, being down players, whatever, like, I would love for them to be in because we need them. But the point is, guys are stepping up, and we have to find that level consistently. It's an absolute must, especially to compete against and go where myself, our organization, and our fans expect us to go.
Doug, what are the things that you think maybe over these last tonight and the previous 3, you've seen that might bode well for you guys, that maybe give you some indication that you can keep the season rolling?
Well, I think more than anything is the consistency. That's what, like, we came out in those games and the opposition felt us immediately. The ability to move the basketball, make simple, easy plays, rebound and crash the offensive glass. Tonight, 11. Last game, I believe it was 17. Like, there are two areas that we have to excel in, and that is creating extra possessions off the offensive rebound and making people feel us, and creating turnovers, which create extra possessions. Those are two areas that we are in control of, and we will be in control of, because it's an absolute must. And when we're doing it at a high level, then we get out, we run, we share the basketball, guys get open shots, and the game becomes easy, because it is an easy game and we make it hard. So, but we did that consistently. I think tonight, not a super fallback, because you also, like, that team had lost 4 in a row. They were desperate to get themselves a win. They have a new coach. Like, they're playing with it seems like every time we play, the opposition has something like that going on over there. But with that being said, like, we need to make sure that we're creating contact, getting to the free throw line, all the little things. And that was really my message to them, is like, when I go back, like early transition points, offensive rebounds, missed rotations, those are things like play defense without fouling, keep them off the free throw line. A lot of little tiny things, but they equal up to a big thing. And when you look at it, you end up with an 8-point loss that, it was in the balance there for a second, and we weren't able to get on the other end of the ledger.
Doug, how did you feel overall about the job on Jokic tonight?
Not bad. I mean, you say not bad, and the kid has a triple-double. He's a really special talent. When we had Keegan and Jake LaRavia, and now you add Trey to that, and Domas and Jonas, like, that's, like, we could beat him, physically, like, put bodies on him, and that's really what you need to do when you play against a player like that. I mean, when he's running down the floor, you need to be touching him. When he's trying to move, you need to be pushing him. He's got to see bodies. He walks through the lane, you have to hit him. Like, those are the things that, I thought we did a decent job, but it was really the others early. Christian Braun had, I think, 16 points in the first half, like, just unacceptable. Like, he ends the game with 25. That's more like, 9 and 9. He ends up with 18, but 25 with 16 in the first half is, he's a good player, but a lot of those were in the paint. And that's an area that we have to protect, that the same way that we protect our house. We must do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Last 2 games, basically, to kind of sharpen yourself.
I sent Will a week ago to watch Dallas. Yeah, so they're on it. Yeah.
Doug, lastly, you talked a little bit about it before the game. David talked about this night coming for him in this city where his dad coached. Obviously, you have deep ties there. And how crazy it was that it was you that he was going to be looking at over there. Any reflections just at the end of the night, what it was like to see him standing over there?
Love the kid, but I'm here to smack him. Love him to death, and I hope he knows that. Love his dad, love his family, but we are the Sacramento Kings, and they are the Denver Nuggets, and we're here to win, period. All the love and all that type of stuff. Like, I gave him a hug and told him I'm proud of him and congratulations and all that. But make no mistake about it, we will try to rip his head off. And I love him at the same time. Yeah.